with me. If you're new, please do subscribe and also like on my videos, and also turn on your bell notifications to let you know on my other videos. But I really like to post on Sundays, and if you constantly viewing my videos, you will see that I was not available for the past weeks as I was busy, aligning myself spiritually, finding myself more spiritually. I was still spiritually investigating myself, as you might put it. But for those who don't know who I am Tepiso. I am a poet, Tepiso the poet. I am a healer. I am an artistic person, basically, and I'm a spiritual person. I'm a spiritist, as you might put it. So today, on today's video, we're going to be talking about what it really means to be spiritual. What does it mean when I say I'm a spiritual person? What do I mean? What are the things, what it really means to be a spiritual person? So if you're interested, please stay tuned, and also comment below on anything that you might want to know about spirituality. And if you're a spiritual person, please do comment below and tell me what are the things that you do spiritually that enhances you spiritually and that enlightens you spiritually. So I'll get into it. So spirituality, I'm going to start by explaining what spirituality is. Spirituality is a state of being aligned with divine. So when you're aligned with the divine, that's when you are a spiritual person. Spirituality has to do with God and divinity. You can never be spiritual if you don't know who God is. So spiritually basically means that you are spiritually inclined with the universe and God. You are spiritually inclined with the universe. You are spiritually inclined, and basically your third eye is open, as you might say. So when you're spiritual, that's when all your chakras are aligned, all your energies in your body are aligned. Yes, sometimes they do get misbalanced, but when you are able to balance your chakras, when you know what a chakras are, when you know what the energies are. If you don't know what chakras are, go to my I made a video about explaining what chakras are and the importance of chakras in our body, so go check that out. If you don't understand what chakras and energies are, go check those out, because it's very important for you. If you are someone who wants to become spiritual, it's very important for you to align your chakras and to be balanced. Being balanced is the most important thing, because when you're balanced, that's when you'll be able to interpret the universe, what the universe is trying to say to you, because the universe is constantly communicating with us. The angels are constantly communicating with us. So when you'll be able to decipher the messages when you are spiritual, and that requires you to be balanced energy-wise. So when you're balanced energy-wise, it's when the angels, Jesus Christ, God, or the universe, whatever it is that you call it, can communicate with you. Divinity can communicate with you, because now you are balanced chakrally-wise and you're balanced energy-wise. So you need to be balanced energy-wise to be a spiritual person. So when they say you are spiritual, basically that's when you are aligned with the universe. That's when you know what the universe requires of you, and what the universe requires of you, and how to fulfill that in a way that you will be able to live your fulfilling life also. Because as you know, that the universe gives us energy. We take energy from the universe. We take energy. We receive, not take. We receive energy from nature and from the universe. The universe supplies us with energy, and we take that energy and we bring back energy into the universe. So the energy cycle has to be balanced for you to be spiritually aligned. So that energy flows has to be balanced. So that's what it means to be spiritual. Basically, you are aligned with divinity. You are aligned with divinity. So you understand what the universe requires you to do, and you do that, and so that the energy that the universe can fulfill you with all the energy that you require. It can be the energy of success, the energy that will help you to manifest whatever it is that you require to manifest, the energy of joy, the energy of peace, the energy of happiness, the energy of peace, the energy of love, the energy of hope. The universe supplies you with that. In turn, when you are energy balanced, so when your energies are balanced, that's when you are spiritual, basically. So spirituality is understanding that spirituality, I'm not talking about religion, because a lot of people tend to confuse the two. They say when you're a religious person, you're a spiritual person. Those are the two different things. Those are not the same thing. A religious person and a spiritual person are not the same person. Now, a religious person is a person that goes to church, that follow religion, that follow what the religion requires you to do, so you follow that religion. A spiritual person is more of a freelance spirit, a spirit that follows spiritual, the spirit that follows the divine, that follows God, that follows basically follows the divinity of everything. Because I feel like, no, not throwing shade or anything else, I feel like with religion is putting us in a box that we are not allowed to do certain things. When we are a religious person, we basically are supposed to be in that box, and we can't go out of that box to normal. So when you are spiritual, when you're spiritual, spirituality enhances you, or I wouldn't say forces you, but enhances you to go deeper into spirituality, to go deeper into energies, deeper into communications with the trees, deeper into nature. So when you're a spiritual person, that's when you are deep within yourself. You are the deeper version of yourself. You're not shallow, you're a deeper version of yourself. So that's what means to be spiritual. So these are the things that requires you to be spiritual. Not requires you, these are the steps to see that you are a spiritual person. So number one, to see that you're a spiritual person. Let's say you're a spiritual person and you don't know, but I feel like if you are a spiritual person, you would know. And if you don't know that you are not, that means you are not. But these are, to me, to be certain that whether you are a spiritual person, these are the things that you should see. So number one, attitude. Look at how you, I'm not saying that spiritual people are perfect. We are not perfect. No, we have our flaws, we have our sins, we have the things that we are doing that are bad. But I'm just saying that number one is your attitude towards everything. Number one is attitude. So if you're a person that is constantly let's say in the negative side, so if you're a negative person, if you're a person that always vibrates negativity, if you're a person that always vibrates negativity in everything that you say, in everything that you do, in everything that you encourage people to do, that's when you know that you are not spiritual. Because things will become when you become spiritual, that's when you become balanced, and when you learn the steps of being positive. So positivity for you is very important when you're a spiritual person, because you radiate positivity. As a spiritual person, you have to radiate positivity, because now you'll be living at the full version of yourself. So positivity is the most important thing in spirituality. That's number one. Number two is not feeling worth it. It's not feeling worth it. Number two, when you constantly feel like you're not worth anything, you're not worth success, you're not worth the living, you're not worth living, you're not worth not feeling worthy is one of the steps that show you that you're really not tapped into your spirituality. Because with spirituality, the best part it is to know that you are worth it. You are worthy of the message from the universe. You are worth it. You are worth everything that is the universe is giving to you. You are worth it. You should know that you are worth it, no matter what people say, no matter what your boyfriend, your parents, your siblings, your friends, your colleagues, your sibling, whatever it is, whatever the people are saying to you, you are worth it. Always know that. So when you constantly feel like you're not worth it, you're constantly in depression, you're constantly questioning your every move, constantly doubting your every move, you constantly feel like the whole world is against you, that you know that you're not balanced energy-wise. You're not balanced energy-wise, so hence you're not really tapped into your spirituality. That's number two. Number three is when you bad mouth. When you bad mouth the shit out of people, when you bad mouth, that should tell you that you are not spiritual at all. Bad mouthing can be in other ways. Bad mouthing, it can be gossiping. Gossiping, that's the first thing. When you gossip, when you're a person that constantly gossip, that should tell you that you're not spiritual. because now you are radiating energy. You are putting out energy that is draining, the energy that is judging, the energy that is frustrating to the other person, because now you want what's bad. You want the bad, what's bad for other people. That should tell you that you're not spiritually inclined. No, you're not. No, you're not. When you gossip, you're not spiritually inclined. So bad mouthing can be that when you bad mouth people, when you gossip, when you talk to other people in a badly manner. You know how they cheat when I won't say cheeky, but when you constantly feel like you're better than everyone, when you feel like you better than everyone, when you feel like when now the world revolves around you, and you make people see, you make people notice that you are better than them, that should tell you that you're not spiritually inclined. A spiritual person is humble. You can humble yourself to the lowest of points, because when you're spiritual, you understand that in every life, everyone has their calling. Whatever it is that I'm doing, it might be different from other people's doing, but we all matter and we are all worth it. So when you badmouth, basically when you radiate bad energy around you, I should tell you that you're not spiritual. And the other step that should tell you that you're not spiritual is look at the group that you keep. The people that you keep around you, no matter what you say, the people that you keep around you, it's a reflection of who you are. You might say, oh, my friends are bad, my friends do this, but I don't. No, you really do, because that's why you hang out with them. So the group of people that you chill with should tell you spiritually. If you chill with people who are always talking about other people, who are always talking about bad things, who are always laughing at other people, who always think they are better than other people, no, you're not spiritual. So the other thing that should also tell you that you're not spiritual is that when you follow the trends of the earth, when something new arrives, or when let me say you constantly in rush of the earthly things, like when someone says let's go this, you go there. When you go you know, when you're all over the place and chasing the things of this earth, no, you're not spiritual. Like parties, when you know, there's nothing wrong with parties, but when you're someone that, you know, constantly there all the time, because spirituality comes with discipline. Spirituality comes with discipline, disciplining yourself and knowing the things that really are not good for you spiritually. So, and we should all strive to be spiritually good. And I know that, and I might understand that you know, life I'm a groove is nice, it's amazing, yeah, you groove all the way, but it's not really good for your spirit or know your soul, because during that vibes there's a lot of energies going around, so you're absorbing every energy. You absorb, you know, bad energy, good energy, you know, every energy that is coming your way you absorb. This should tell you that you're not spiritual. If you're still chasing that life, you haven't reached your spiritually just yet. So if you're still that vibey person, you know, I understand the vibe monati girl, yo, vibe monati gang, but honestly speaking, guys, it's not really good for your spiritually soul. But if you want to be serious about spirituality, those are the things that you have to let go. But anyways, I think I lost count of the things. I don't know which number I am, but the other way that should tell you that you haven't reached your spirituality is when you don't basically when you don't understand who God is, when you don't know what the universe is, when you don't know who God is. That should tell you that you're not spiritual, no, you don't understand what the whole process, that they should tell you that you're not spiritually inclined with yourself, you know. And when you yeah, so those are one of the things that you should see. Those are some of the things. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of things that you see that you're not spiritual. But I feel like when you're not spiritual, that's when you're spiritual, you'll know. When you're a spiritual person, you'll know. You'll see that you're aligned. you start to be aligned with the universe. You know, with times of universal changes, you will be there. You will understand the whole process of universal change, the whole process of communication with God, the whole process of communication with the angels, the whole process of communication with the universe. That's when you'll be in sync with everything. So when you're spiritual, you will know. You will know when you're spiritual. So this is what is required for you to be spiritual. What is required to you to enhance your spirituality. So what is required of you to enhance your spirituality is that the really first thing that is required of you is to let go of everything of this world, especially that does not serve you. Everything that does not serve you spiritually, so let it go. The things of this earth that does not serve you, let it go. That is all of the things that I just mentioned back then. Let them go. When you let those things go, I'm not saying when you let those things go, you know, vibrating negatively, bad mouthing, gossiping, parties, you know, when you start to become more balanced, that's when you become spiritual. That is what's required of you, basically. So what is required of you when you're a spiritual person, or to become a spiritual person, is that you should understand what spirituality is. So get to understand, so get to Googling. And if my knowledge wasn't enough for you, if you still don't understand what spirituality is, you can learn more about it, you know. You can check out my old videos, because I'll basically be explaining, you know, the importance of ways to higher vibration, ways to balance your chakras, how to absorb good energy. Those are all of the things that will lead you to becoming a best version of yourself. Yeah, you might think now you're cool, or might think now you're having a good time, you know, life is vibes, but you will get tired of that life. You will get tired of that life, and I just hope that it's not too late when you realize it. But yeah, so that is what is required you to be spiritual. Let go of all the things I just mentioned back now. All the things I just mentioned requires you to meditate every time. Meditate doesn't mean go into a deeper state of meditation. It can be when you're sitting, you can meditate. Just when you meditate, that's when you receive knowledge from the divine. That's when your mind is quiet. That's when everything is shut out. That's when the things of this earth, the things of this world is shut out. And now you start to focus. You start to focus on the inner being that is you. The inner being that is you and the universe, you know. So when you are in a relaxed state of mind, a stable state of mind, that's when you are able to receive messages from the divine. So when you're spiritual, it requires you to meditate all of the time. So you become meditative. When you are meditative, that's when you should know that you are spiritual. Because now you're receiving guidance from the universe, and with guidance comes plan, and with plan comes purpose. So it starts there. Start spiritually. When you are spiritually so, God is able to give you his plan about your life, and then you can live your purpose. So meditation is what is required. Become meditative. Have a meditative state of mind. That is what is required. That is number one. Number two, requires you to be a positive person. It might be very hard for you to become a positive person, especially if you're living in a negative environment, when you're living with people that are constantly draining your energy. It might be very hard for you to become spiritual. But that's the thing. Spirituality is not really easy, but nothing comes easy at the end of the day. You have to be strong in your will and in your hope and in your faith, so that you can overcome every obstacle that is thrown in your way, so that you become more spiritually so, and you become more positive. You know, vibrate positivity, be grateful, show gratitude. This should be the first thing. The other thing is showing gratitude. Be grateful for the little that you have. Just know that what you have, the other person don't have. Be grateful for the smallest of things. Be grateful for breathing. You know, when you're spiritual, you will learn to be grateful for everything, because you know that it comes at a price, guys. You know, us being here, it's not because of our will. It's not because you have a lot of money. It's not because you are it's not, you know, we are here because God chose us to be here. So be grateful to God, to the universe, whatever it is that you call it. Be grateful. That's when your spirituality is enhanced, because now the universe will see that you are more great. You are a grateful person, and it will start giving you. See? So be more grateful. That is what is required. So when you're a grateful person, and that is required for you to be spiritually enhanced. Praying. This was supposed, I feel like everything's supposed to be, you know, everything is important, basically. Pray. Pray. For those who don't understand what prayer is when you give thanks. Prayer is when you communicate with the higher divinity, when you communicate with God, when you communicate with the universe. Communication is very important with the universe. So we communicate through prayer. When we pray, that's when we talk to God. So when you pray, that's when you become more spiritual. There are other things, and then the other thing is balancing your chakras. Balance your 7 energies. Those are the most important energies that you should balance. Balance your chakras is very important. Always balance your chakra. You should have an aligned, balanced chakra. Have your balanced chakras. If you don't understand what chakras are or energies are, go check out my video I posted about balancing chakras. So check that out. It's very important when you're a spiritual person. Number 3, no, I don't think it's number 3, whatever number it is, those are is balancing your chakras. Let me see what else. For you to become more spiritually so, be mindful of the environment or the people that you keep around you, because the people that you keep around you so drain your energy. The people that you keep around either drain or uplifts you. So if you constantly, let me just say, be mindful of the people that you keep around you, so that you can be balanced spiritually so and energy wise. So always be mindful of the environment around you. And basically the last one, there's a lot of one, that the last one is love yourself, accept yourself, and know that you're worth it. You know, self-value is very important. Self-introspect once in a while. Self-introspect and see where you are spiritually. Self-introspect and see where you are spiritually so, and you will never regret those steps. You know, follow those steps and follow your heart. But the most important thing is to follow your heart, because Jesus Christ lives within us. God lives within us. The universe is within us. So follow your heart, and it will guide you towards the right path. Pray, meditate, you know, higher your vibration in any way that you can. Higher your vibration, because when you're hiring your vibration, that's when you become more aligned. Higher your vibration. And if you don't know how to higher your vibration, check out my video on how to higher your vibration. Understood? I hope these steps and my video basically helps you understand more about spirituality and what is required for you to be spiritually so. And if you've taken offense, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you in any way. And I love you guys, and I thank you. If you're still here, thank you for being here, and thank you for still watching. I love you. I'm sending you peace and love and light, and every light the universe has to offer you. God bless you all. I love you. Namaste.